Welcome to Nineworks TV, here from Shelsley Walsh. Let's go hill climbing. But first... Welcome back to Nineworks TV. I'm here with Little Irish, the content creator, because every time I go 3 weeks on this channel without doing anything on this car, something breaks on it, and so here we are. Here we are back at Right Tune again. Pleasingly, it's a quick fix. You can see Joe there is, as usual, working his magic on the car. So what happened? Well, I'll put some B-roll in so you can see. I turned the key last Friday morning, and it almost felt like the key snapped in my hand. Oh. Yeah, don't know if you heard that. Luckily, Joe's managed to fix it fairly rapidly and knowing what the problem was.
The ignition switch is broken. It's fairly common for them to fail. I've never seen one actually snap, but that's the reason it's failed.
Yeah. And with a new ignition switch, it was on to Shelsley Walsh. Okay, so this is a completely new concept for me. You'll know following this channel, I've done many track days in my time. I've never done a hill climb. So here we are at Shelsley Walsh. It's a storied motorsport venue. It's actually the oldest motorsport venue in the world that has been continuously open and running since its inception way back in 1905, and where the track or course layout has remained exactly the same. So it's a storied stretch of tarmac. I'm delighted to be taking Little Irish up here and to see how we get on. It's a totally different proposition to a track day. You do get less time behind the wheel. It's all about technique, so far as I can work out, and mastering a different skill set to just going out and banging out lap after lap on track. The venue itself, it's 1,000 yards long. Its maximum or total elevation from the bottom to the top is 100 metres. And it's a narrow stretch. As you can see, at its narrowest, it's just 12 foot wide. So completely different scenario, really, to a track day. Let's fire up Little Irish and see how we get on. In many ways, this is the most traditional of motorsports, and with only a handful of hill climb venues still in operation, it's fairly exclusive too. We'll be getting a minimum 4 runs in the morning and 4 in the afternoon, with our yellow turn-in and apex markers taken away after lunch to crank things up a bit. First though, we got to walk the course under guidance to get a feel for it before making our way to the start line for our first run. As you can see, I wasn't happy with my gearing, among other things, up the hill first time out, but it was great to get to the top and watch the others cross the line, with much variety in the holding paddock for some added spice. Right, so we're on the way back after our first run, clearly finding our feet, but what's really cool is on the way down, the stewards stop you and offer you some advice or tips from your own specific run, which will help you improve not only your technique, but also ultimately your time. Let's see how we get on. Morning.
Morning. How are you, mate?
Very good, you?
Yeah, not bad at all, not bad at all. Just be patient here, don't turn too early.
So I'm turning, what, before this then?
Yeah, see that grab oak tree?
Yeah.
When the poles are gone, that'll be the thing you're looking at to know where you've got to wait until you turn.
Okay.
It's tempting because you're firing it up here. You think, oh, I'll turn a bit early. No, wait a bit later and you'll get on the power earlier.
Okay, grand. So more patient.
Yeah, be patient.
Story of my life. Thanks very much. Cheers. Good to know. The advice I've been given is quite interesting. I'm turning in too early and I can get a bit tighter over to the left on occasion. When I went under the finish line, I noticed my speed, because I'm not timing these, the speed was 83 mile an hour. So I'm hoping with these pointers I'll improve that finish speed, which should mean a better time. And so to run 2. followed by runs 3 and 4, which offered steady improvement. With such a short course, every input really counts, though my finish line speed was starting to increase, up from an initial 83 mile an hour to 84, then 85. However, how would I get on with the turn-in and apex markers taken away? Further pointers from the team, I was starting to feel comfortable darting up this historic course in my plucky 25-year-old 911. My finish line speed continued to climb too, to 86 and then 87 mile an hour, so I could feel and see progress as the day went on. Alas, my final run was upon us, which I'll now play along the top against my first run along the bottom. Had progress been made at my first ever hill climb? So that was a fantastic day at Shelsley Walsh doing my first ever hill climb. Would I do it again? Absolutely. The price point is slightly less than a track day, and I think that's a fair reflection. You do have less seat time when doing a hill climb over a track day, of course, but I would say that while the seat time is less, the intensity is definitely raised when you are behind the wheel. It's very technique driven. You improve your technique, you obviously improve your time. Other positives to this is it's a very social occasion as well. So there's plenty of time in between your runs to have a chat, have a social, but also if you're taking it a little bit more seriously, swap notes and everything else. If you've not tried a hill climb before, I absolutely would put that on your list. There's plenty of companies out there offering track day experiences, much less so when it comes to hill climbing. And as I said, again, it kind of unlocks a different side of your driving. There's a different art to it over track day work. So even if you're a seasoned track day pro, give this a go. Like all forms of motorsport, hill climbing, it is really addictive. The very next thing I would like to do is to jump in that car and give one more go up the hill. Alas, everybody's gone home. It looks like it's time for me to do that too. Thanks for watching.